to another episode of It's All Questionable. I'm back here with my bestie Brandy.
Hey everybody.
We came back to discuss some more things on page 7 of It's All Questionable. That page 7 is quite action-packed, girl. I mean, we have a lot to go over, and it's going to take us 9 years if it's at this pace. But hey, here we go. So, on page 7, we discussed when we lived together on Haney Road in Woodstock, Georgia.
Best place ever.
While we're in college. We're getting ready to wrap up college, so I got some big exams coming up. So I decided I'm going to study for once. I got a big exam the next day. It's Sunday. Got a big exam on Monday. I'm going to break out with flashcards, right? That's how I study. Flashcards, pop an Adderall, get out on the lawn.
It was the 90s.
I mean, that might have been Ritalin actually back then. So, yeah, Ritalin. Pop me a Ritalin. And got my little blanket out on the front lawn. And just, I remember it like it was yesterday. I'm sitting on a beautiful Sunday afternoon reading my flashcards. This one comes out on the damn lawn and is like, yo girl, Sunday, what we doing? We drinking or what? And I was like, well, hell yeah, we're drinking. That was the end of study day.
Had to really twist her arm.
Yeah, she talked me into it. She always has to talk me into drinking. It's really weird. But yeah, if she's ready to drink, I'm ready to drink. Because I'm the one that's always ready to drink, but she's got to get her mind right. So if her mind's right, I can't miss that opportunity. So we decided to drink whatever was in the fridge. I'm guessing it was Hornsby.
Probably.
Like those nasty ciders from back in the day. That's what we like to drink. And bleh. But yeah, we drank
7% alcohol, tastes like apple juice.
Very dangerous.
Put you on the toilet.
Real quick. So we drank all the Hornsbys. We ran out. So her mom and dad lives about a block away through the woods. So we're like, yo, dad's got some natty lights in the fridge in that garage. I know he does. Let's head over there, Brandy. They're up in the living room watching football, but let's go over there in the garage and sneak in. So that's what we did, right?
Exactly what we did. We went off through the woods, went to my dad's basement. All his natty lights had been removed from the case, so we had to steal them individually. We had our whole sweatpants full of beers, shirts tipped up. We didn't even leave him one. We just straight took off with every beer he owned. My grandparents lived across the street, and it was like living across the street from the CIA, so we didn't get away with any of this. The second that we made our getaway, we had been discovered by my grandpa, who later ratted me the hell out to my dad. But you should have seen us looking like the Michelin Man with sweatpants full of beers trying to hike through the woods, back up the driveway that's just like this.
I mean, one just fell out of my pant leg and rolled down the hill.
We just left that way. We were like, oh, fuck that, no way.
It's not worth it, keep going.
We got 24 more, come on girl. We have to make it home. I'm not sure that we made it home with the whole case. There were definitely some lost along the way.
Some casualties.
But yeah, we had a great time that day.
So, it doesn't stop there though, Brandy. We need to discuss a little incident. Yes, usually I'm the one that was making the dumb decisions and the questionable decisions. Well, this one over here made one of her own, and I had to help her out. So, we get over back to the lawn. Flashcards are over there. We're over here. We're drinking. And Brandy's like, I'm going to get up on that roof. I'm getting up on that roof. I'm going to climb that tree. I'm getting up there. I was like, go, girl. Just do it. Just do you. So, she does.
I have no recollection of this wonderful decision.
She was blasted. She gets up there for a while. She's hanging out. She's getting her tan on. And then she realizes she has to get down. How are we going to get down, Brandy? How are we going to get down?
I don't know. I'm fat and afraid of heights. We should probably figure something out.
I mean, we're going to figure this out. I'm going to help you out, girl. I got you. There's a tree, right? They say if you get down the same way you get up. So we're going to get on that tree. We're going to shimmy down. I'm going to hold your hand, and we're going to jump on those 2 garbage cans that I wheeled over next to the tree. So after a lot of shimmying, a lot of cussing, a lot of coaxing, we got down. We got down eventually.
I actually don't remember any of this. I remember being stuck on the roof. Like I have a vision of like looking down upon the world, but I have no recollection of getting down, how we did it. I do kind of remember the trash cans being, because they just stayed there, like we had already moved them, why move them back where they go? They can just stay under the tree.
Well, you moved it over. You moved it over for where, so I can't drive through the house when I park.
Oh, that's right, because you used to like to park too close to the house and or hit door to the kitchen, so we just put the trash cans there for your depth perception. I think we might have actually already talked about that.
We did last episode.
I don't remember, but
so that happened, and then another questionable decision that I made. I will take ownership of this dumb decision. We're not even going to call it questionable. We'll call it dumb as
if
F.
you don't take ownership,
dumb as
who
fuck.
will?
Let's just say the word. So I don't think I might be the only one that's ever done this before. I could be wrong, but we can look it up. We went to the bar. Shocker. Sidelines. I've been drinking all day.
That's just where we wound up. We've been at Rio Bravo drinking margaritas.
Yeah, tell everybody what a martini is, Brandy.
A martini is a margarita that comes in a martini glass that is literally this large. This is what it looks like. So they pour the frozen margarita in a martini glass that looks like this, and they're this big, and if you drink 2 of them, you will forget the rest of your day and maybe tomorrow.
Yes. So
we started with that. They make them at Rio Bravo, and Rio Bravo was the best back in the 90s.
We had a blast there. So we went to Sidelines afterwards. We run into our buddy Chad, well, your buddy Chad, really, and in the book, you know, I told you that we're going to reveal some truths. This is one of them. In the book, we did not mention Chad. We said he was a rando that drove us home. Well, we didn't want to give Chad a shout out because he turned out to be kind of a loser, and we didn't really want to give him any hype. So we made him into a rando.
You don't shout out dudes that don't call you when people die in your family.
Yes.
So we made him a rando.
We made him a rando, and that's
he's a real person.
He's a real person. He's not somebody that just drove us home and took off when we called. Well, we'll tell you the rest of the story in a second. But yeah, he's not a rando. His name is Chad. And we saw him at the bar. We're with Katie, who is our other friend who lives on the other side of the duplex that we live in. So Katie was with us, and we're trashed. Chad's been drinking, but not as much as us, so we decide he's going to drive. So we all pile in his Jeep Wrangler, very nice Jeep, by the way, jacked up, everything, loved it. Get home to our long, winding road on Haney Road. It's wooded driveway, and he's going about 30 miles an hour up the driveway, I want to say. I decided it's going to be really funny if I cover his eyes while driving. Turns out not so funny. He didn't really
Turns out he was drunker than we realized. And
yeah.
His reaction times were shit. Stephanie's in the back behind Chad. Chad's in the driver's seat, Stephanie behind him. I'm beside Chad in the passenger seat. Katie's behind me. Stephanie comes from out of nowhere. We're halfway up the driveway going 30. We only need another 10 seconds to get to the end of the driveway. Stephanie covers his eyes. He makes no reaction whatsoever, and I watch us drive into a bank of bamboo trees and this other one tree. We hit it so hard, I slam into the windshield because it's the 90s and I'm not wearing a seatbelt. I bust my nose wide open. Katie does a football slide into the back of my seat. She's busted her shoulder up. Chad's Jeep has slid off its frame. It's fucked up. And Stephanie's just like, what happened, guys?
Hey,
she's totally fine. No, nothing happened to Stephanie, but we all get out. And in the book, Stephanie says that, he was a random and he probably just was pissed at us for giving away his best pickup line. But in reality, we had to walk up into a house with this person and spend the rest of the evening with him. And it got awkward. How did that get resolved? That was the weirdest thing, the way that got resolved.
Well, first of all, Chad was super quiet. He was not looking me in the eye.
He might as well have left. I didn't say a word the rest of the night.
I couldn't look him in the eye. He couldn't look me in the eye. We were not connecting anymore. And I had to call my mommy and daddy to figure this one out. So, yeah, we're renting this house. They own a home in Georgia. Clear across the state, nowhere near Woodstock, by the way, and somehow they convinced their homeowner's insurance to pay for this accident that I did, and not even my car, another person's car. For some reason, the homeowner's insurance agreed to all this. We didn't ask any questions. We just said okay, and my parents bailed us out essentially because we had to get that thing towed.
It was expensive. That was a really nice Jeep. She slid it off the frame.
I mean, literally. And so...
Bad news.
Eventually, I think he did forgive me. I'm not sure.
He kept talking to me. He did forgive you eventually, but there for a minute it was super awkward.
Yeah.
Because we didn't know what was going to happen. Stephanie sure shit couldn't pay for it. Her shifts at Taco Mac weren't going to cover it.
Nope, they were not.
Got super awkward there for a minute. And yeah, he was very quiet that night.
So, yeah. So that's
So the lesson is don't drink and drive.
Moral of the story, PSA, all the things. Don't drink and drive and obey the law. So, we are going to wrap this episode up, Brandy. Thank you so much for coming and joining me again.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you guys for tuning in again. I hope it was fun for you, and we will definitely see you next time. Bye!